Hello people and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Deep Roy Chaudhary and I'm just a normal guy who talks about stuff that seems interesting and important to me. And today I'm going to talk about do you really need to upgrade your smartphone or not, or do you really need to upgrade any of your devices or not? It is quite natural for people to be kind of obsessed about the latest iteration of technology, about the latest iteration of gadgets that are available out there, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to have them, with wanting to buy the newest, most fashionable, the most trendy gadgets that are around. The same thing goes for fashion. The same thing goes for anything that becomes trendy. People are it becomes trendy because a lot of people have collectively agreed that some style of clothing or some device or whatever it is the hottest new thing, and it's necessary for everyone to have. Uh, that's how anything becomes a trend at the end of the day, be it smartphones, be it wireless earphones, be it electric cars, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure although in case of electric cars there is that underlying principle that what we want to live a more sustainable lifestyle, a more eco-friendly lifestyle. So there is that thought in the background, but still, you cannot say that Tesla cars are not trendy. They are trendy. I mean, whenever you see someone driving a Tesla, to say the truth, even I want to buy a Tesla in the future. So, or at least it is a very trendy thing. The same thing with style of clothing. The same thing with smartphones, with other gadgets, with any gadget for that matter. And it is quite natural to have this urge because we are being bombarded with advertisements from various smartphone companies that this latest iteration of smartphone is the hottest new thing. It has you have not seen a smartphone like this ever before. The specifications on this smartphone, the processor on this smartphone, the camera on this smartphone is unheard of. It gives you an amazing benchmark performance and all that. But I have been noticing this trend. I have noticed a lot of people using old iPhones. A lot of people are using old iPhones, old Android phones, and they seem to be very satisfied with it. And I'm not talking about people who cannot afford the newest phone. I'm talking about people who can very much afford the newest phone, but they still choose to stick to their old phone from maybe 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe 7 years ago. The same thing with laptops, the same thing with computers, desktops. People don't seem to. There are some people, I'm pretty sure there is a significant number of people that don't seem to upgrade their devices that as often as we might think or as we might expect, generally, because the society that we live in, people are more. Even I am a little bit obsessed about getting the newest gadget, about getting the newest smartphone for that matter into my hands, making it my daily usable device. So to see something like that happening in front of my eyes, I remember I was traveling somewhere and I saw um, someone using an old iPhone. I can't remember the model number, but I think it really looked a beat up old iPhone. It had seen its years. It has gone through a lot of wear and tear. It has been definitely used a lot, and the white color of the iPhone had kind of become discolored, and I see that with other phones as well, with Samsung phones, with other smartphones as well, because people seem to be. There are a lot of people who don't seem to always go for the upgrade option all the time, just because something is new and trendy, and some new smartphone is being advertised on television or on your smartphone or in Facebook, wherever it is. That does not necessarily mean that you actually have to go out and buy it, and the statistics do prove that, because the smartphone market has reached its maturity. a lot of people are not actually buying smartphones that much. The number of shipments that various smartphone companies are selling is not rising now. The graph is not rising as high as the way it was rising before. Now the graph is kind of flattening, and maybe the graph might be on the downward turn as well. Who knows? Or maybe, I hope it stays flat, or it shows a steep curve in the future. I hope, here's hoping for the smartphone companies. But at the end of the day, as long as some amazing new innovation does not come in the smartphone market, does not come in the laptop market, does not come in the desktop market, or any of these devices for that matter, I'm pretty sure that people are not going to be lining up in front of in front of in front of stores in the millions to drive up to drive up the demand for smartphone units by a huge amount, to drive up the demand for any device by a huge amount. So, because a lot of the people who did not have a smartphone, who did not have a laptop, who did not have a desktop, a lot of people have got that, and they are quite satisfied with what they have, or what they bought maybe 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and they are not in the mood for replacing. So, it just shows that you don't have to upgrade everything every year. But to say the truth, if you ask me, I would, if I had the choice, I would literally buy a new smartphone every 6 months, or maybe every 3 months. It's just my point of view. Again, it might seem ridiculous, it might seem strange, but I like tinkering with technology, and if I have the money, I would definitely do it. Why not? More on this in the next video. Until then, please consider liking this video, please consider subscribing, please consider sharing this video with your friends and acquaintances, and please consider subscribing to my channel. That would help me a lot. And until the next video, stay safe, goodbye, and God bless you.